Всем привет, друзья! Мы продолжаем играть в третий Baldur's Gate. И мы наконец-то в прошлой серии победили Кетерика Торма. И сейчас мы будем со всеми разговаривать, болтать, узнавать что да как, что к чему. Первым делом хочется поговорить с Джахейрой.
And two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
Ты как будто всем этим наслаждаешься. Ты уже имела дело с троицей мертвых? Ты много времени проводила в колониях мозгоедов, да?
Extensively. Mind flayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
Да неужели? Ты хочешь присоединиться ко мне? Я буду рада, если ты будешь на моей стороне.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
Увидимся у меня в лагере.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelin's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Даже иссохший здесь.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls?
Иссохший, ты мне зубы не заговаривай. Ты здесь что вообще делаешь? У эдакой мерзости души быть не может по определению. Не знаю, разве она не у всех живых существ есть?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an Illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Ты на удивление хорошо осведомлен о троице мертвых.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
Не думал увидеть тебя здесь. Что ты вообще тут делаешь?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
Нельзя подробнее и простым языком?
No.
Нормальный ответ. Я хочу разобраться со своими наемниками.
Very well.
А, все, иди, до свидания. Так, песня ночи. Дева Эйлин.
My love, you are dead.
Чего,
I
блядь?
saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Так, ну, то, что происходит у меня с Лазель, это одно, а это уже перебор. Вот так вот. Ну, что это такое? Успокойтесь.
There you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew, and we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later.
Что-то у меня много народу в лагере уже будет. Чересчур. Там уже немного тесновато. Нормально. Буду рада.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Да все, блядь. Отстань.
We'll see you later.
Я уже устал от твоих...
Just tell me what you need.
Just tell me what you need. Камень резонанса. Ну, пусть у меня остается тогда. В жопу эти записки. Я их таскаю уже всю игру. Смысл от них. Это что, пустая сумка, что ли? Обосраться можно. Зачем она мне? А это мне зачем? Так, в задницу все. Зелье вот есть. Куда я смотрел? Как это называется вообще? Зелье лечения. Я ж водил зелье, чтобы нашло. Ничего не находило. Господи, у всех-то цепь есть, что ли, не пойму. Красивые туфельки. Продам все-таки все ненужное. Плащ, не знаю, оставлю пока. Так, связанный с Абсолют тоже хочу все продать. В жопу ее. По крайней мере, в этом прохождении.
Lady.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
С кем еще можно поговорить?
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
Спасибо тебе. Для меня было бы честью служить под началом герцога Элтона. Теперь огненный кулак всего лишь наемники, да еще и лишенные совести. Как ты сумел сюда добраться? Балдурец. Все детство мне приходилось слышать легенды о герцоге Элтоне. Интересно, каким он был. Как ты сумел сюда добраться?
And stubbornness? I'm still weak, so the walk took longer than I'd like to admit. But my health can wait. I heard about the Dead Three, and more importantly, Duke Ravengard. The Flaming Fist are the cornerstone of Baldur's Gate, and the Dukes are its foundation. I hope you can save him.
А чем теперь займешься ты?
When this land fell to the curse, I should have gone with it. Thaniel is the only reason I survived. It's only fair I stay here and wait for him to awaken.
Когда мы уйдем, тут станет довольно пусто. Ты выживешь?
You don't have to worry about me. The truth is, the shadow fell. Broke something inside me. Something no healer can fix. I don't know how long I have, but because of you, Thaniel is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. And know that I have no regrets.
Why, yes. Once Alfira is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Miss Alfira wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I missed Mole.
Я думал, я мол найду здесь, кстати.
Alfira's writing us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
Ого. Ясно все, блядь.
You're here. Good. That's good.
С тобой все в порядке?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maula's still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me.
Не сомневаюсь, они оценят.
Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
Maybe we can... Back in last light, I was racking my brains. How the hells do we get past the curse? And then a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old Hell Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job.
Зевлора я освободила внизу в колонии. Не стоит списывать ее со счета так скоро.
I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
Он пошел своим путем. Видимо, боялся взглянуть в глаза мне или всем вам.
Briefest hesitation as Saris wars with old loyalties and wins.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
Так, ну здесь никого нет, я думаю, правильно? Ну, я не думаю, что, мол, где-то в лунных башнях осталось. Я думаю, ее просто нету. Вот и все. Грустно, печально, но скорее всего так и есть. Здесь мы уже были, я помню. Никого и ничего тут нету.
Melodia Thorn, loving mother, beloved wife. Her light will never be forgotten.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
Шэдоухарт наконец на позитиве. Нам в итоге что делать? Просто в лагерь телепортироваться, получается. И со всеми поговорить.
Long, dark below, but light above. Light at last.
Ясно. Ладно.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Рейвенгард в руках сектантов Абсолют. Куда они его отправят? Что тебе известно о Корташе и Орин? Мизора сказала, что ты можешь рассказать про свой пакт и знания. Пора мне наконец узнать правду.
Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Мне было бы не жаль жизнь отдать ради безопасности горожан. Блять, ладно. Ну да, я так бы и сделал.
As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
Культ дракона проник во врата Балдура, но ради чего? Великий герцог оставил сопляка за главного? Такое обычно добром не кончается.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Говори словами, Уилл, не лезь ко мне в голову.
I'll paint the clearest picture I can. Below the mount I saw 5 totems with dragon heads carved on top. Each head held a massive orb in its jaws. Around each totem, 5 robed figures were chanting. First softly, then loud as a banshee's wail. There was a crack of thunder and a gust of wind. A storm descended, and one of Tiamat's 5 heads appeared from within it. That's when I felt Mazora's lips against my ear, and heard that same canny whisper. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it. She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Мизоре же наплевать на врата Балдура. Зачем она решила их спасать? Смелый выбор, хотя и пугающий. Ты в одиночку уложил 25 сектантов? Сложно в это поверить.
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mazora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Там ты лишился глаза в драке с
It
драконопоклонниками.
is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world or the depths of the lower dark and still never shake her. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right.
Как я это уже говорил вроде. А что же твой отец, великий герцог?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
Мы еще вернемся к этому разговору.
I understand.
Бля, куда ты голову задрал вверх? Успокойся. Рейвенгард в руках сектантов Абсолют. Куда они его отправят?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Что тебе известно о Горташе и Орин?
Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know, or know of more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Ты, наверное, ненавидел отца за то, что он выставил тебя из города.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Ты скучаешь по своему отцу?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Ой, да, тяжкий разговор, тяжелый.
What's on your mind?
Расскажи поподробнее о своих отношениях с
He
Горташем.
got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just, it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Хальсин ушел.
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change,
To gift this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker in, historically.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Держать поодаль, готовиться защищаться. В чем дело?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Seluna, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
Но где же серебристый свет? Где лунная магия? Без тебя у меня ничего бы не вышло. Вообще-то я ценю золото выше молитв. Помните момент? Мне кажется, Китерика можно было столкнуть в яму запросто. Если бы не было песни ночи, его просто толкаешь в яму, и он превращается в этого скелета. Мне кажется, все так. Просто было бы.
Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Что ты собираешься делать со своей новообретенной
I
свободой?
am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Ты... Бля, я думал, она будет моей спутницей, это было бы очень круто. Я все еще многого о тебе не знаю.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Вопрошай. Ты правда дочь Селуны?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Твоя мать не поможет нам в битве строиться мертвых. Я так понимаю, у вас с Изабель долгая история?
A century of it by now. I loved her from the moment I beheld her sweet face, her great wise eyes. Her father Ketheric never did trust me. He did not fancy an immortal for his daughter's paramour. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Твоя мать не поможет нам?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders.
Я думал, она мне меч даст, типа свой какой-то там, не знаю. А не в таком смысле.
can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
Вы с Эйлин, кажется, очень давно знакомы. Что
A
произошло?
great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Ну, лично я доверю.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
Стал избранником Миркулы.
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
О. Вроде со всеми поговорили, правильно? Я, кстати, профукал момент, почему вообще Хальсин ушел. Давайте с этим придурком поговорим. Бля, шикарная камера.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Что с ним ничего нового не появляется. Может, мне нужно от паразита начать избавляться, я не знаю. Но как-то страшно, блядь, все это выглядит. Так, а если вернуться в таверну «Последний свет»?
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric, but Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
У меня уже есть союзники.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jahira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in time.
Да Хальсина же нету вроде.
But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Останется ли в городе еще хоть кто-то, когда мы туда доберемся? Я поищу новых союзников в городе, я подумаю. Я соберу войско.
Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Это героическая музыка прям. Так, одну секунду. Я кое-что забыл. Я здесь не был. Я в шоке. Забыл совсем про это. Блять, как-то мрачновато здесь. Мрачно и пусто. Не, было бы шикарно, конечно, если бы Мол сейчас нашли. Но навряд ли. А почему здесь вообще никого нету? Можно все рычаги нажать. Что наверху?
Right tool will do the trick.
Может, и проход туда же, вниз, откуда мы все пришли.
What's the story? Got it.
Let's get on with it.
Я же молод.
Oh, damn you. In her name.
Let's get going. Can't slow down.
Сюда можно было проникнуть через тюрьму, оказывается. Интересно. И тут стену можно поломать. Прикольно.
At least things have stayed interesting. Time to press ahead.
Ладно, все равно сейчас не нужно. Ну просто мы теперь знаем, как можно было сюда попасть еще. Я смотрю, в старые локации все равно не попасть уже. Грустно. Тут теперь пусто.
The Absolute's army are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Возможно, вы уже не сможете вернуться, прежде чем двигаться дальше, и не забудьте совершить все неоконченные дела. Да все, уже хорош тусоваться во втором акте. Можно музычку попозитивнее.
To Baldur's Gate, Voss will be waiting in this Sharess's caress.
Вот такая, посмотрите, какая она миленькая стала. С ней когда разговариваешь, она такая уже спокойная.
What can I do for you, my friend?
How can I help?
Кто-нибудь еще что-нибудь скажет мне, нет?
What's on your mind?
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Походу нет. А, он здесь. Чего его не было в лагере? Куда ты уходил?
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls.
Но она же сама захотела мне показать, правильно? Это ее отец?
You remember that it is a common right amongst Aluna's followers to send their children off into the woods to find their way home. Perhaps this time it had gone awry. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your
Да
mother
ладно.
too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come. But not yet forearmed.
Ого. Копье ночи? Мне казалось, оно кануло в царстве теней. Осторожно, разве не это оружие может тебя убить?
It no longer has the power to harm me. Now that I've removed it from Shah's domain, Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Почему мне его дали? Оно одноручное? Это очень круто. Меня как раз бесило, что у меня это копье. А, это оно и есть? Она его улучшила просто или что? Что с яйцом делать? Не знаю. Вот лунная глефа. Хм. Может, ей тоже щит положить? Или это не надо? Да, оружие лучше. Хотя бонус броскам инициативы, преимущество при проверках на внимание. Бросок атаки. Я этим не пользуюсь вообще, не знаю. Ей щит нельзя надевать. А, это двуручка же, о чем я? Забыл. Ну, а мне молот будет не очень, наверное, да? Ну, у меня оружие классное. Ой, ладно. Ну, тут бонусов особо никаких нет, обычный молот. Ладно, в общем.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Тебе кажется, много известно про Шэдоухарт. Ты ей расскажешь?
Mother Saluna will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths should be handled.
Ух, блядь, что-то разтянул опять. Много играю.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Оставайся в моем лагере насовсем. Мы можем вместе сражаться с силами зла.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Что ты собираешься делать с новообретенной свободой? Но это я уже спрашивал. Я помню. И это я тоже спрашивал.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Так когда же исчезнет проклятие?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Я рада, что смогла помочь.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just...
Вы что здесь стоите? Блин, ладно, давайте-ка продолжим в следующей серии. То что вообще... Сажусь минут на 40, а выходит час, даже больше. Всем спасибо за просмотр, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, а главное комментируйте, чтобы я мог с вами общаться. До скорых встреч!